Hey everyone, just a quick word before we get started on this beer review. If you're interested in purchasing any of these beers that you see on my channel, stick around to the end of the video and I will tell you where you can purchase them at online. Now, isn't that lovely? Have beer shipped right to your home and don't have to go anywhere. All right, enjoy the video. Cheers to that. Welcome, my friends. Thanks so much for stopping by once again as we sample some more great tasting international craft beers with Dr. Dave. International craft beers, I'm telling you, baby. Now, for our sampling pleasures and tasting delights today, we have the Veltins Pilsner. Don't ask me to pronounce the name of the city in Germany. Let's just say it's from Germany and let that suffice. Checks in at 4.8% alcohol by volume. And I've had this before, but never in a can. Let me get my handy dandy bowl over here just in case we might have an accident, because you never know. Try to open that as slowly as possible. Yeah, it's like a hot radiator, man. You just gotta lead it off. Well, this is a tough can to open. There we go. Yeah, okay. We look pretty good here. We're looking pretty good. All right, then. For the occasion, we have this traditional footed Pilsner glass. Man, this ought to be pretty good. I don't really remember this beer. It's been a while since I had it, and like I said, the last time I had it, it was in a glass. Almost all breweries now are switching over to cans, except there's an aluminum shortage, so they might be going back to glass. I don't know. Very beautiful. Yeah, medium golden color. It's not really light. It's medium with a nice bright white, fluffy head on there. Lively carbonation. Ooh, this smells lovely. Floral hops in there, a little spicy. I have a mirror on the wall over there from Veltins. You can't see it, and it was celebrating. What does that say? 1898 to 1998. So I guess that was their 100-year anniversary. And yeah, it's past that now. So let's thank the brewers there in Germany for all the hard work they do to bring this beer to America. Many cheers to them and prost to you. Oh, man. I don't remember this being this refreshing. How lovely. Ah, mm, clean, crisp, and refreshing. That's how I'm going to describe this beer. That's what I like about beers from Germany. They have some flavors and aromas, not like the American macro lagers. And look at that foam. Look at that is rocky. Nice lacing on the glassware. Man, I'm telling you, this is the beer you want to drink right here after a hard day at work. Look at that carbonation. Now you'll see some chill haze on the glass there. I like my pilsners to be served on the cool side. I think they should be served about 41 degrees Fahrenheit. What is it? About, I don't know, 5 Celsius, 6 Celsius. Yeah, really, you don't want a warm pilsner. You want it cool. You want it cold. You don't want it ice cold. Don't put it in the freezer now. Man, that is a really good beer. I like this beer. Very good indeed. Now, by the way, I didn't tell you about the date stamp on. I can't turn it upside down now, but the date stamp on there says we should consume it before 8 more months goes by. So apparently, they're giving this beer at least 9 months because I've had this beer probably about 2 or 3 weeks in the fridge. I hope they're not giving it a year. I would not want a Pilsner to sit around for 1 year, although it could, as long as it is taken care of properly. Keep it away from the heat and the light. Most preferably, you want to keep it in the fridge and don't put it to the back of the fridge. If your fridge is a little on the cool side like mine, it could freeze. You don't want that. What I do is I take bottled water and I put it on the very back row of the refrigerator. That way, when I put beer, it doesn't get up against the wall of the refrigerator. It's up against that bottle of water. So there's a tip from me to you. Now, that's just for beer, of course. If you don't mind something else being a little too cold and crisp, that's fine, But beer, you don't want to freeze beer ever. It's no good after that. Once it's frozen, well, now don't let me say that there's nobody who doesn't like it because there is. Matter of fact, there's a whole genre of beer where they freeze the beer, and it's called ice beer. Yeah, but you don't want to freeze a beer intentionally. Yeah, you don't want to do that. That is just so good, man. The hops and the malts are well blended in this beer, and you get a bit of a dry, bitter finish on here, which is what I'm looking for in a pilsner. Now, the difference between a pilsner and a lager, a pilsner's a bit more on the hoppy side than a lager, and this does have a bit of hop in it, but it's not like an IPA. Don't get it confused. Yeah, don't get it twisted. It's a very light-bodied beer, light mouthfeel. It's got some lively carbonation. I'd describe that as light to medium carbonation. And this beer would go well with all types of foods, but it's a good standalone beer to drink after work or on the weekend, or just don't call this a lawnmower beer. Don't do that. Oh man, that is just so tasty. All right, one more time. Veltins Pilsner. And look how they spelled Pilsner. That's a traditional German spelling right there. Pilsner. Pilsener. Yes. Anyway, my friends, life is short. Let's be happy. If you never had this beer from Germany, you should try it. I bet you'll like it. If you like a good Pilsner, you'll like this beer. Very non offensive to everybody. Chock full of flavor, though. All right, my friends, until we meet next time, here's wishing all of you the very best goodbyes. And as always, cheers. Okay, everyone. As promised, Dr. Dave's going to tell you where he buys his beers and where you can buy them also. First on the list is rivalrybrews.com. Now, don't worry, I'm going to put the links in the description box for you. Rivalry Brews is a relatively new mail order place. It's based right here in Ohio, in Medina, and they are fantastic. I tell you what, when they first started, I got free shipping on all the beers. Now I think they charge me $2. $2 for 12 beers. That's fantastic. Now, as far as I know, they ship to the lower 48, but you might want to check the website on that. I can't be 100% sure, but the shipping is fast. The turnaround is fast, and if anything's wrong, they will fix it right away. I only had one issue with them, and they refunded half my purchase order, which I thought was more than fair. More than fair. So anyway, by the way, disclaimer, I don't get any money on any of this. I'm not affiliated with any of these beer companies. They don't know I'm doing this. I'm just telling you where to buy the beer. Now, one day I may be affiliated, and if I am at that point, I'll certainly let you know. So, Rivalry Brews, located right here in Ohio, they specialize in Ohio beers, beers from Pennsylvania and Indiana. So, if you want some good Ohio craft beer, that's a good place to start. The second one on my list, oh, I love this place. It's called Halftime Beer. Halftime Beer has two locations in New York State, Poughkeepsie, and I believe it's pronounced Mamaroneck. Mamaroneck. Yeah, don't quote me on that pronunciation. I tried my best. Yeah, anyway, they have more beer online than you could possibly look at in a day. I'm telling you, they have beer everywhere on that website. And all you have to do is go on there, make your selection, and have it shipped. Now, they do have gift boxes, which come with a really nice cooler. Yeah, and you can't beat it. It's $5 shipping on those special orders. Now, on the other beers, the shipping can get a little bit pricey, but I've never had an order for more than $20 shipping, which I think is really good for 12 bottles of beer. Now, if you get cans, it's less cost because it weighs less. And that's what costs the money is the weight and the size of the box. So, yeah, check them out. Now, I belong to two of their what's known as Beer of the Month Club. I'm in their German Beer of the Month Club, so I get 12 bottles from six different breweries, two of each, once a month. And there's a lot of beers in there. that I've never heard of from Germany. I thought I had them all, not even close. And then I have the Around the World Beer Club, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's beers from all over the world. So far, I only got one beer that I didn't really like. It happens. It happens. And, you take your chances on that. But I got some beer from South Korea, of all places, South Korea. I thought it was really, really good. Now, last on the list, but not least, and I didn't put these in any particular order, it's the Best Damn Beer Shop. Now, they're out of San Diego, and they have a killer selection. I'm telling you. Matter of fact, talking about all this beer, I'm going to have one here. Mm, that's just a regular run of the mill Pilsner, German style, but it hits the spot on a day like this. Anyway, Best Damn Beer Shop. Woo! Now, their shipping, they require you to choose in lots of six. So you can get 6, 12, 18, 24 is the maximum. And their shipping is reasonable considering I'm on the East Coast and they're on the West Coast. Yeah, the shipping is generally about $19 for a 12 bottle selection, which I don't think is a lot. $19? No, I don't think that's a lot. Now, the more beer you buy, the less money it's going to cost. That's just a fact of economics. So if you want to buy six beers, it's going to cost more to ship it than the 12. Hey, I don't make the rules, man. Just buy more beer. You save more money on shipping. What can I tell you? Yeah, but they're a great place, and so all three of those places, Rivalry Brews for Ohio beers, and then you have the Halftime Beverage, which is in New York. They have a selection on everything, and same thing with Best Damn Beer Shop. Now, if you want some West Coast beers that you can't find in your town, that's the place to buy them at. Last but not least, people always ask me, what is that on your beer glass? Well, I bought it at Amazon, Amazon.com. It's called a vacuum vin. Vacuum vin. And if I'm not mistaken, it's from Sweden, if I'm not mistaken. And the inside of it is lined with special material. So what you do is you put this in the freezer, you let it sit overnight, and then you put your beverage in here, and it will maintain that beverage at around 38 degrees, which is really cold for a beer. But I like my Pilsners cold. Now, if you already have a beer that warmed up, put it in here and it'll bring it to the proper temperature, no doubt. And I said last, but I was mistaken. This is the last thing I want to talk about. Dr. Dave's beer glasses. Now, I did sell these a number of years ago when I had my other beer channel. And this is a new design, though. This is a different design. Now, I could sell these if there's enough interest in them, but I have to order them about 144 at a time. So I don't want to order them unless there's some real interest in them. Now, it's difficult to see on here, but it says Dr. Dave's cheap ass beer reviews. Yeah, it's not really going to come out that well there on the camera. But I would sell these at cost. Now, I'm not trying to make any money on them. I think it cost me 14.98 to have those made. So I would sell them at the same price. Now I don't know, the price could have gone up because I did buy those a few years back. So, but I would sell them at cost if anybody's interested. But like I said, I don't get any money off these links. There's no affiliate links here. I'm not making any money. I just wanted to let everybody know where I buy my beer so you could buy it too. Oh, and I almost forgot the Amazing Clubs Beer of the Month Club. Amazing clubs. I'll put all the links in the description box. Knock yourself out. Hey, thanks for watching, okay? And Dr. Dave says cheers to that.